Welcome to Cocktail Cocktail News this Saturday. First and foremost, we want to pass as Cocktail Cocktail News our condolences to the passing on of a great icon in the music industry, in the religious sector, one Betty Bayo. May her soul rest in eternal peace. 2. The circumstances surrounding the death of Betty Bayo are not circumstances that any Kenyan would want to be associated with. She went to a private hospital and she could not be treated until she pays a certain amount of money that was required by that facility. The people had the money were not available for her. By the time they came and paid the money, still the facility said it does not have the requisite technical personnel and procedures or infrastructure to do that. She had to be transferred to Kenyatta Hospital, a public entity, where she passed on. Several questions arise. Can one be denied medical treatment because you don't have a deposit? Can one be denied a life-saving treatment just because she or he does not have that money? Look at this. You get an accident at midnight when you're rushing home. You have money in the bank. You are not able to call your people to come and get you that money. You have billions in your account. You have a lot of money in your M-Pesa account, but you are carried by a good Samaritan. That good Samaritan takes you to the hospital. That good Samaritan has no money to pay for you. She or he does not know you. When the hospital says 1 million deposit, 500 deposit before you are treated. That scenario. What does the law say about it? 2, you are having a blood clot. A blood clot does not need more than 3-4 hours before it kills. You are here screaming in a hospital, saying, I have money, please treat me. The doctors look aside. The first issue that we look at, who is a medical doctor? A medical doctor is somebody who has been licensed to give back to the community by treating people. The doctors take an oath called the Hippocratic Oath. And that oath is to preserve life, to sustain life, to prolong life, to treat so that those who are likely to die from any form of medical condition can be cured. They cannot decide who to treat because of race, because of color, because of everything. Everybody's life must be saved. And today's explainer is found nowhere than in the Constitution of Kenya. Kenyans, on the 27th of August 2020, passed a constitution. They had looked at the commercialization of hospitals, the commercialization of trying to save life, where people were dying because they could not access their money. And put this, and I want to read it loud and clear, for every doctor, for every clinical officer, for every hospital, whether private with the public. If you didn't know, the Kenyans passed the law. And that law is the Constitution of Kenya, Article 43, where it says economic and social rights. In Article 43, sub-Article 2, it goes, every person has the right, A, to the highest standard of health, which includes the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. In Article 43, 1A, it is a responsibility of you, the doctors, to give health care standards of the highest level, and I repeat, the highest attainable health, which includes the right to health care services. So, Bayo had a right to access medical treatment of the highest order, of the highest quality from that medical facility. That is the Constitution of Kenya. It goes on to say, in Article 43, 1, Article 43, 1, Article 43, 2, listen, a person shall not be denied emergency medical treatment. A person, and I repeat, a person shall not be denied emergency medical treatment. Let me paraphrase it. Article 43.2, Bayo shall not be denied emergency medical treatment. That is the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And everybody under Article 3 of the Constitution, it says, Article 3 says, Article 3 of the Constitution says, Article 2, 2.1, listen to the private hospitals. Listen to everybody. Article 2.1 says, this Constitution is the supreme law of the Republic and binds all persons and all state organs at both levels of government. This Constitution binds every private hospital. This Constitution binds every public hospital. This Constitution binds anybody who gives medical facilities or medical treatment. So, you cannot challenge this Constitution. Article 43.2, Bayo was supposed to be treated. She could not have died. It moves in Article 2 and it goes on to say, the validity or legality of this Constitution is not subject to challenge by or before any court or any state organ. You cannot challenge this Constitution. So the question is, who allowed that facility to chase a patient who was dying? What does this mean? It means that that hospital committed a criminal constitutional offense. And we shall be seeking instructions to tell the DCI to immediately move to that hospital and move to any other hospital that has denied anybody emergency treatment, so that they be arrested for violating constitutional rights. The family of Bayo should move to the Constitutional Court, file a petition seeking for compensation, seeking for a lot of damages because the life of this Betty Bayo had no reason to go. Kenyans, you now know, anytime you go to a hospital in an emergency situation, tell them Article 43(2) allows you to be treated free of charge. Later, they can ask you to pay, but you are supposed to be treated and to save life. That is a very sad explainer, where today we are passing condolences to the family, to the children, to the relatives of Betty Bayo, who died because the hospital did not follow the Constitution of Kenya. And that hospital, we as Court Helicopter condemn it, and as Court Helicopter, we shall be bringing you very critical explanations, explainers that make you always aware of your rights. May the Lord rest the soul of our sister Betty Bayo in eternal peace, but justice for Betty Bayo must start from this explainer, Wakili, Danson, Omari.